In this lecture, we learn how to request and how to complain. We are on Unit 9 from our person to person 1. Let's start with reading the dialogue, which is between Uma and Sonia. Uma: what's the matter, Sonia? Can you believe this? I need to buy a birthday gift for my mother after class today, and I left my credit card at home. Uma: so what are you going to do? Sonia: I don't know. You go. Um, I don't know. Could you lend me some money? Could you lend me some money? Keep that in mind. How much do you need? Sonia: oh, about $30. Uma: I don't have that much on me right now. Sonia: oh, well, do you think I could borrow your cell phone? I'll call my sister and ask her to get my credit card and meet me at the store. Uma: sure, that's no problem. Just don't talk forever. Okay, Sonia, don't worry. Thanks. I really appreciate it. So now you see that there are two requests that are made by Sonia. The first one is, could you lend me some money? Could you lend me some money? It means, can you give me some money because I don't have any? Could you lend me some money? Okay, this is the first request, which is second request is, um, do you think I could borrow your cell phone? Do you think I could borrow your cell phone? Can you give me your cell phone for a while so that I can make a call? Okay, this is the second request, which is so- okay. So that is the first half of our topic for today, which is making requests. So how do we actually make requests? First of all, you have to keep in mind, as I say in every lecture, that you have to be as polite as you can possibly be. Okay, by saying excuse me, sorry, pardon, excuse me, sorry, pardon. Here we have excuse me, could I borrow a pencil, please? Could I borrow a pencil, please? Could I borrow a pencil, please? Okay, we here use excuse me for the first to start with, then we use could, and we ended it with a please and a question mark, but this is actually not a question, it is a request. This request is small because it is about borrowing a pencil or borrowing a piece of paper. Okay, do you have an extra piece of paper? Excuse me, do you have an extra piece of paper? Okay, that is how we make requests. You request a pencil, you request a piece of paper, you request sometimes attention. Okay, all of these things can be requested. Okay, the answer might be sure, here you are, or here you go. It means take it. Okay, or I am sorry, I don't have any, or I don't have one. And when we make requests, the other person either accepts the request or refuses the request. Either accepts the request by saying, sure, take it, or sure, here you are, sure, here you go, okay, or uh, a refusal by saying, I'm sorry, I don't have any, I sorry, I don't have one, I sorry, I think this other person can help you. Okay, that is how you go about it. You request something, and the answer might either be accepting your request or refusing your request. Okay, now making larger requests, it is usually about money or about having certain object that the other one cannot do without. Okay, in this case you have to be extra careful in your request. For example, do you think I could borrow $25 until Tuesday? Like, money is a sensitive subject for a lot of people. They might not be having money on them. Okay, so you have to be considerate of that, and your request should be, as I said, as polite as you could be. For example, do you think I could borrow $25 until Tuesday? Do you think I could borrow $40 until Tuesday? Do you think I can use your credit card? Do you think I could use your credit card? Okay, these are all requests, and it is extra sensitive because it is about money. Would you mind lending me your laptop? Would you mind lending me your laptop for a few hours? Would you mind lend me your printer for an hour? Would you mind lend me some money? Would you mind lending me uh, your dress for the evening? Would you mind lending me your stationery kit um, uh, for a day or two? Okay, these are all requests. uh, the answer is either an acceptance of your request or a refusal. For example, in case of refusal, I am sorry, I don't have $30, okay? Or I am sorry, I cannot lend you my laptop. I have a lot of work to do. I am sorry, I need my stationery kit right now, okay? This is how we make requests on the asking for favor. Would you please open the door? Would you please open the door? Would you please raise the curtains? Would you please raise the curtains? Would you please wash this dish? Would you please give me this cup? Would you please um, close the window? It is windy outside. Would you please close the window? It is windy outside. Okay, these are called favors. The same requests. Okay, could you turn on the lights? Could you turn on the lights? Or could you turn off the lights? Could you hold my coat? If you want to um, do a certain thing without your coat, so you ask the person that is with you to hold your coat for a minute or two. Could you please hold my coat? Okay, the same thing, either yes, of course, sure, no problem, or I am sorry, I cannot. Okay, all of these exercise or practices um, will be done in the class tomorrow. Now let's go to conversation two, which is about complaining. Yeah, you have a certain problem, you complain to the one in charge, for example, a manager, an employee, and so on. In this situation, we have a customer in a hotel, and she complains to the receptionist about the type of room she has been given. Okay, so now she complains and she asks for a change. So let's read the dialogue very quickly and see how we can um, uh, complain and ask for changes to be done. Uma, excuse me. Yes, what can I do for you, clerk? Uma, I just checked in. Checked in, it means I have just been registered in this hotel. When you check out, it means that you leave your hotel. Check in, you get in the hotel, okay, and you are registered as a customer as a resident in the hotel. When you check out, it means that you are no longer in there and you are leaving the hotel. So keep your eye on checking out, checking in, and checking out. Um, where were we? I just checked in and there is a problem with my room. Clerk, what is the problem? Uma, I asked for a non-smoking dorm room. Non-smoking, non-smoking. No one is allowed to smoke in the dorm room. Dorm room. But people are smoking in there. I cannot stand it. Could you change my room, please? So you see, the first part of this turn is complaining, and the other part is asking to for changes to be done. So what is the complaint in here? The complaint is people are smoking in there. I asked for a non-smoking dorm room, but people are smoking in there. This is the complaint. I asked you for a dorm where people cannot smoke. You have given me a dorm where people smoke, and I have a problem with this. Okay, maybe she is having asthma or a respiratory system problem, so she cannot inhale smoke. So this is her complaint. The changes that she asks for are for her room dome to be changed, okay, for non-smoking. So let's see how he solves the problem. Clerk, let me see. I am sorry, we don't have any non-smoking dorm rooms available. If you like, you could stay in a private room until we have a non-smoking available. It goes a bit longer. Yes, that will be fine. Clerk, okay, here is your new room key. I'll let you know as soon as we have a bed in a non-smoking dorm room. Thanks for your help. So here, let's dismantle this dialogue. The dialogue, as I said, the first part of it was about complaining. The other part is about requesting changes. Okay, so complaining politely, as I said, always keep this word in mind. Politely, do it politely. Excuse me, I have problem with my room. Okay, or excuse me, I have a problem with my laptop. Can I okay, excuse me, I have a problem with my laptop. Or excuse me, I have just bought this laptop and there is a problem with it. Okay, or excuse me, I have just ordered my food and it hasn't arrived yet. Okay, this is how we go about it. There is a problem, we communicate our problem to the person in charge. What is the problem? What seems to be the problem? I asked for, this is the problem. I asked for non-smoking room, but I got a smoking room. I requested a room with a TV, but there isn't a TV. Okay? These are all a kind of problems that are communicated to the person in charge. For example, excuse me, I have just bought uh, this this pen and it doesn't seem to work. Okay, can I have another one in a place in a place, please? Can I have another one in a place, please? Okay, this is requesting an action or a change. Here it is. Could you change my room, please? Could you change my room, please? Um, and as the example that I have just given, I have just bought this pen. Uh, could you give me another one in a place, please? Or I have just bought this notebook and it isn't working for me. Can I have another one in place, please? And your problem is solved by the person in charge, the manager, the clerk, the receptionist. You can say thanks for help or thank you. When the problem is really serious, you communicated your problem, you have been given some changes. You can also, the other person can apologize to you, and you have, of course, you have to accept the apology when an action has been done. For example, you can say, thanks for help, don't worry about it, it's all right now. Let's have another example. I have just bought this book. I have just bought this book, and the cover is not as neat. Could you please give me another copy? The other person can say, of course, and then he would say, for example, sorry for the I am sorry about this. You can say, oh, don't worry, it's just a problem and it is solved. Okay, As usual, we have all of these problem that we are going to do in the class.